discussed the Last Judgment, but in insufficient detail. After the Last Judgment, there will be no more.
Oops.
Judgment is a symbolic because beyond perception, there is no judgment. When the Bible says, "Judge not, that ye be not judged," it means that if you judge the reality of others, you will be unable to avoid judging your own. The choice to judge rather than to know is the cause of the loss of peace. Judgment is the process on which perception, but not knowledge, rests. I've discussed this before in terms of the selectivity of perception, pointing out that evaluation is its obvious prerequisite. Judgment always involves rejection. It never emphasizes only the positive aspects of what is judged, whether in you or in others. What has been perceived and rejected, or judged and found wanting, remains in your mind because it has been perceived. One of the illusions from which you suffer is the belief that what you judged against has no effect. This cannot be true unless you also believe that what you judged against does not exist. You evidently do not believe this, or you would not have judged against it. In the end, it does not matter whether your judgment is right or wrong. Either way, you are placing your belief in the unreal. This cannot be avoided in any type of judgment because it implies the belief that reality is yours to select from. You have no idea of the tremendous release and deep peace that comes from meeting yourself and your brothers totally without judgment. When you recognize what you are and what your brothers are, you will realize that judging them in any way is without meaning. In fact, their meaning is lost to you precisely because you are judging them. All uncertainty comes from the belief that you are under the coercion of judgment. You do not need judgment to organize your life, and you certainly do not need it to organize yourself. In the presence of knowledge, all judgment is automatically suspended, and this is the process that enables recognition to replace perception. You are very fearful of everything you perceive, but have refused to accept. You believe that because you have refused to accept it, you have lost control over it. This is why you see it in nightmares or in pleasant disguises in what seem to be your happier dreams. Nothing that you have refused to accept can be brought into awareness. It is not dangerous in itself, but you have made it seem dangerous to you. When you feel tired, it is because you have judged yourself as capable of being tired.
Good
When you
morning,
laugh at
Magnetic
someone,
North.
it's
How are
because
you
you have
this
judged him
morning?
as unworthy. When you laugh at yourself, you must laugh at others, if only because you cannot tolerate the idea of being more unworthy than they are. All this makes you feel tired because it is essentially disheartening. You are not really capable of being tired, but you are very capable of wearying yourself. The strain of constant judgment is virtually intolerable. It is curious that an ability so debilitating would be so deeply cherished. Yet if you wish to be the author of reality, you will insist on holding on to judgment. You will also regard judgment with fear, believing that it will someday be used against you. This belief can exist only to the extent that you believe in the efficacy of judgment as a weapon of defense for your own authority. God offers only mercy. Your words should reflect only mercy, because that is what you have received and that is what you should give. Justice is a temporary expedient or an attempt to teach you the meaning of mercy. It is judgmental
Okay.
only because you are capable of
Lee
injustice.
says I'm doing
I
okay,
have
thanks.
spoken of
And you?
different symptoms, and at that level there
A-okay
is
here.
almost endless variation.
Maddie,
There is, however, only one
no
cause for all
frills.
pain,
5 in chat,
the
only
authority
one like.
problem.
That's because I forgot to like
This
myself
is
today.
the root of all evil. Every symptom the ego makes involves a contradiction in terms.
Good
because the
morning,
mind is
beautiful
split
Maddie.
between the ego and the Holy Spirit.
And
So
say
that
hello to
whatever the
Chloe when
ego
she wakes
makes
up.
is incomplete and contradictory.
Village
This
Food, good
untenable
morning.
position is the
Or good
result of
afternoon.
the
Good to
third
see you,
problem,
friend.
which,
Thanks for coming
because
by.
it accepts the one inconceivable thought as its premise, can produce only ideas that are inconceivable.
Thank you for the like, Village Food.
The issue of authority is really a question of authorship.
Everybody's saying
When
hello
you have
to
an
each
authority
other.
problem, it is always because you believe you are the author of yourself. You project your delusion onto others. You then perceive the situation as one in which others are literally fighting you for your authorship. This is the fundamental error of all those who believe they have usurped the power of God. This belief is very frightening to them, but hardly troubles God. He is, however, eager to undo it, not to punish his children, but only because he knows that it makes them unhappy. God's creations are
Funny
given
boy.
their true authorship, but you prefer to be anonymous when you choose to separate yourself from your author. Being uncertain of your true authorship, you believe
And
that your
there's
creation was anonymous.
our alternate friend.
This leaves you in a
Comment deleted.
position where it sounds meaningful to
Lee says,
believe
I
that
make
you
it a point
created
to
yourself.
like on entering the room.
The
That's a good way to
dispute over
not forget.
authorship has left such uncertainty in your mind that it may even doubt whether you really
And yet
exist
another
at all.
alternate friend, the heartless nomad.
Only
Maddie,
those
your
who
names
give
just
their
crack
all
me up
desire to
because
reject and
they're
know
so
that
not
their
true.
own rejection is
This is
impossible.
opposite day.
You have not usurped the power of God, but you
Village Food, I
have
hope you're
lost it.
feeling better.
Fortunately, to lose something does not mean that it has gone.
I don't know why I keep
It
putting my
merely
shoes
means
out like
that
I'm
you
going to
do
put them
not
on.
remember
It's
where
way
it
too
is.
hot.
Its existence does not depend on your ability to identify it or even to place it. It is possible to look on reality without judgment and merely know that it is there. Peace is a natural heritage of the spirit. Everyone is free to refuse to accept his inheritance.
Cold as
But he is
ice
not
is
free
in
to
sending love.
establish what his
Maddie's just really
inheritance is.
bumping up my likes. I appreciate you
The
so
problem
much.
everyone must decide is the fundamental question of authorship. While fear comes ultimately, and sometimes by way of very devious routes, from the denial of authorship. The offense is never to God, but
He
only
says,
to
hi,
those
Cold.
who deny him. To deny his authorship is to deny yourself the reason for your peace, so that you see yourself only in segments. This strange perception is the authority problem. There is no one who does not feel.
Maddie says,
he is
okay,
imprisoned
Bat
in
Cat,
some
how
way.
are you today? You know what?
If this is the result
Pretty
of
good.
his own free will, you
I
must
can't tell you
regard
why,
his
but I
will
do
as
feel
not
pretty
free.
good.
For the circular reasoning in this position,
Maybe it's my
quite
favorite
clear.
lesson today. One of my favorite
Free will
lessons.
must lead
No,
to
I
freedom.
woke up feeling good.
Judgment always imprisons because it separates segments of reality.
You know, one of the first things
Like
on my
the
mind was I
unstable
woke up feeling
scales
very held,
of desire.
very cared for,
Wishes are not
which was
acts.
lovely. I
To
don't always feel
wish
that.
is to imply that willing is not sufficient. Yet no
How
one
about you,
in his
Maddie?
right mind believes that what is wished is as real as what is willed. Instead of, quote, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, say, will ye first the kingdom of heaven? And you have said, I know what I am. And I
Lee says,
accept
glad to
my
hear
own
that. And Maddie
inheritance.
says, excellent, Cat. Smile, be happy. It's infectious.
And from the workbook,
True. Okay, I've only listened to this lesson 3 times today. I'll probably listen to it a bunch more. It is one of my favorites. Our friend Village Food goes live today at 1:35 p.m. Village Food is a hard-working man. He is live a lot. Always, always promoting other channels. That's what his lives are all about, is promoting others. What a beautiful friend. All right, where are we going? Maddie says, I'm okay, but tired. The wee lass was up sick a few times through the night. Bless her, so not much sleep. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Achievers, good morning. Achiever says hello and how are you doing? Achievers, I'm doing really, really good. How about you? It's a good day. We're just going to add a little piece in there. Oh, Shanti. There we go. Maddie from No Frills says, good morning, or hi, Achievers. I'm going to stop adding in words for everybody. And Lee from Magnetic North also says, hi, Achievers. Y'all, I have this long guy I've been super patient with because I know he's going through stuff. But this year I asked him to mow my lawn every week, once a week, not every 10 days, not every week and a half, just every week. I want it done every week. You know what? I've gotten it mowed even less this year. It's been 3 weeks now. And what I really want to do is call him and say, I'm done with you. But then I'm like, two things. I want to be kind because I know he's going through stuff. And number two, he seems like a very angry man, and I see him around town. I don't want any retribution. But dang it, I want my grass cut. It's one of my favorite things. Not mowing it myself, but just looking out and having it done. Lee says, Lisa's cat Maddie Johnny had that issue, but now has a better lawn man. Yeah, where do I let off being kind? And start stick. And I paid him. I paid him to have it done the last time. I always pay him ahead of time. It's such a little thing. It is such a little thing. It's such a little distraction. I have two riding mowers down at the shed, but they need to be maintained. And that's not my thing. And I just don't want to spend my time out there mowing. Time is precious. Don't waste it mowing your lawn. Achiever says, hi, Mercy. Hi, Adventures. Please give me blue. Achiever, I would love to give you blue, but I don't know you yet. You come back, hang out, we get to know you. We could definitely do that for you. I see Achievers has 2,000 subscribers. Oof, and a lot of videos. 774 videos. And they're live now. Achievers, I bet you I met you through Village Food. There's Village Food. Achievers, I'm going to give you blue. There you go, friend. Yes, Village Food says, like my Sunday crazy live. And Village Food says, Cat&Jack, today my live is at 1:35 p.m. USA time. I said that. Everybody, if you have a chance to get by at 1:35 and say hi to Village Food, meet lots of new friends. I will be working Village Food, but if I have a chance and I'm near internet, I will definitely jump on. Oh, wait a minute. That's yogi time. I'll jump on afterwards. Girl has her priorities, you know. You're welcome, Achievers. Oh, you know, you can... Village Food always has amazing amount of likes before his live even starts. I get what you're saying. I can go over and like it early. Upcoming. Village Food has 40,000 likes for his upcoming live stream. I mean, Village Food is doing it all right. Maddie says, Kat, you and Mr. Yogi are the nicest souls on YouTube. I'm blessed to call you friends. I feel the same way about you, Maddie. And Lee is still here listening. And Village Food says, yes. If you guys wouldn't mind, check out my channel, go to my upcoming live, and give me a like. Done. Done here, Village Food. Like, done. So I need to fire my long guy. Is that what you're saying, Lee? You know, one time, instead of saying, hey, where are you? Are you going to mow my lawn? I'm like, I texted him, I'm like, are you doing okay? And we talked on the phone, and he said he was just having a hard time because I am the only lawn he has. And I said, perfect. Would you mow it every week? And I get even less service. It makes no sense. Anyways, I'm done with the long guy. At least I'm done obsessing over it till I go outside and see the grass again. It's a good thing when my lawn is my biggest complaint. Achiever says, hello, village food. Maddie says, get rid of him, Cat. Be harsh. I want to. I really, really want to. But I also know I regret that afterwards. I regret going in hard at people afterwards. Boy, there's nothing like that feeling of just being so regretful for being a jerk. That's me. Crazy, right? Maddie says, what is guilt? I don't know. It's a very real feeling to me. It's a good teacher, I think, sometimes. I wonder if maybe, this is the last thing, I promise. I wonder if maybe he thinks he's doing me a favor by keeping me as his last client. Maybe we both think we're doing each other a favor when we're not. Who knows? Cheever sending in some hearts. Thank you for that. And Maddie says, but broken things need fixed. It's okay. Lee says, but Cat, you asked service and pay, so should be done with guilt. Should be done. Guilt is a good lesson, but can't allow to be walked over either.
Om Shanti Shanti Peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting heaven into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
I wonder if my nephew's looking for a job. I forget I have a nephew and I have a brother. Well, thanks for the advice, guys.
Om Shanti Shanti.
Where is my, there it is. Oh, Maddie, it's so not true though. Maddie says you're just too kind. That's why everyone loves you, Cat. You know, I feel like kind is my truest nature, but it's not been my nature. My nature has been exactly, how dare you take advantage of me? That would be my first go-to. That's why I'm trying to avoid that. Hey, listen. I wish to see things differently. Not I wish, I am determined to see things differently. My lesson for today. There we go. So, anyways, Lee, Maddie, do you guys have plans for today? Enough about my long guy. He's taking up too much space in my mind. Not even in a interesting way, just a regular old nonsense kind of way. Maddie, thank you. That almost made me laugh, though. Like, laugh out loud. Lee says, my plans are to rest as I have sunburn from the beach. Oh, yeah, I forgot you went to the beach yesterday. I was so busy. Oh. So, how was the beach, Lee? Lee says it's good to let things go into the open as the soul needs to speak and it can be released. And the beach was very good. It was great to it was a great explore. So you're going to spend the day cleaning your finds. Nice. Still makes me laugh, Maddie. Thank you. Gosh, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, boy, you were just listening to your lesson for the day and the text, and I think there's an answer in there. It's like nagging the back of my mind. What is the text? Judgment and the ego problem? Something like that. How quickly we forget. What about you, Maddie? What are your plans for today? Are you going to rest also since you've not had a good sleep? Into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Excuse me, that was rude. Ooh. I agree. Everybody needs a yogi in their life. Maybe a cat just for contrast. Oh no. Lee says the beach was fun but a scary place. Why scary? And Maddie says, I'm just doing aquarium maintenance and housework to help out Chloe. Oh. How many aquariums do you have, Maddie? And Magnetic North says the beach used to be a former Air Force training area. Ah, I see. Lots of Air Force items are left there.
Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Morning joy, morning
Jack, it's hard to tell. Is your eye open? Or are we looking at the white of your eye, sir? Nope. You have 4 aquariums. Are they all very large, Maddie? Hi, Machado. How are you? Good to see you. Shadow is from, well, she's from her mama, but I know her from, oh God, what is his channel's name? Oh, such a dork in the morning. Bob's Product. Keenan. How are you, Michelle? Yeah, Bob. It's just early in the morning. My brain doesn't work that well.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting out into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
I am definitely not as entertaining as Keenan. I trust Jack to do it all.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti.
And Maddie says, one big one, ice stream, and two smaller ones at 3 feet, and a rearing tank also for babies. Oh, how cool. Very cool. Do you sell any of your fish, Maddie? And the shadow says hi to Magnetic North. I know you and I trust you, Michelle, so I'm going to give you moderator, but we don't do moderating around here. We just share channels back and forth. So it makes it easier for everybody to see each other's channels and subscribe if you're interested. Lee at Magnetic North Adventures is a magnet fisher and a mudlarker and a metal detector and just an all-around, what is the word I want to use? Caretaker of our planet. One of the kindest people I know. Doesn't hurt that he's a redhead either. And no F's, no frills is Maddie. And he's not as tough as he makes it out to be. He's big into fish and fishing, and his wife Chloe. As soon as I can read your name, I will say hello to you. Oh, okay, it's Mahira. Good morning. Good to see you again. Maddie says, I will give them away, Kat. I'm not driven by earning money from them. It's just a product of my hobby. And it's Mahira says, hello, Magnetic. That's just lovely of you, Maddie. In the back of my mind screaming like, no, make money. It's not bad to make money. It's okay to make money. But you're just, see, it's just more evidence of what a beautiful soul you are, Maddie. It's Mahira says, it's good afternoon here, but still, good morning. Good afternoon, friend. Is he staring at you? Staring at the back of his eyelids, maybe. Oh, yes, and Maddie ties flies. How could I forget? I'm sorry. And Maddie ties flies. You give them away also? Maddie, you're just pretty awesome. Oh, really? Lee from Magnetic North says, Cat, I had a repeat dream message. Are you going to share? So interesting. Oh my, did you hear that? That was my tummy. It's protesting being up so early.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti.
It's Mahira says, do you have Discord or IG2? No, this is it. Lee says, okay, it said 5 steps ahead. So I think that should be applied. 4 separate dreams with that message repeated in each. How would you apply the 5 steps ahead, Lee? And it's Mahira says, why so? Why not have an IG or Discord? Is that what you're asking? It's just too much for me. Too much social media. I used to get butthurt over Facebook. I'm done. I'm at a keep it simple, stupid kind of mentality right now. As much as possible. As much as I can remember. Think, debate, plan, adjust, achieve. That's your 5 steps. That's very interesting, Lee. Maddie says, I'm just hoovering, Cat. Back soon. Hoover away. I wonder if hoovering was a verb before the vacuum cleaner brand Hoover came out. And it's Mayor says, okay, I got it. Okay, you don't have to yell at me. No. I'm sorry. I wasn't yelling. I didn't mean to yell. Lee says the message. I think it's in line of things we all have coming. It's Mahira says, sometimes a few of your words go above my brain. Same, because English is not my first language. I apologize for that. I don't even have English is not my first language as an excuse. Sometimes my brain is just not working. But your English is very good, by the way. Your typing English, at least. Really, really good. Lee says, the vacation, our life, our jobs. I was told, pass this on in a dream. It was written on paper and handed to me. Wow. That's really interesting, Lee. It's Mahira says thank you, but it's because the Google keyboard corrects every grammatical mistake. That's helpful. Whenever my autocorrect works, it makes a mess of things. Your Google keyboard is very good.
Shanti, Shanti. Judah Mama Serasi. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace. Breaking down into divinity.
Lee says we all have these things inside, and so the energy sees and guides us. Definitely agree with that, Lee. I think that was kind of my feeling this morning of just being held and cared for. Lee says, I need that keyboard attached to me so people translate my thoughts and words. I need a translator for my intentions because my words, sometimes they come out way wrong. I think my intentions are good more than they are not so good. You wonder if my given name is Cat or just a nickname? Um, yes, I was named after my Nana. She was Catherine, and she was very prim and proper and what I would call a lady. So I can't call myself Catherine. Cat is a different version of Catherine. Lee says, me too, so all okay. Your intentions and meaning is always good, and that's not true. Sometimes the ego takes over, but yes, deep down inside, deep underneath all that muck and nonsense and stories we tell ourselves, yes, and deep down there. And actually, I didn't become Cat until I started working for Pepsi 10 years ago. I always used my middle name, but um, people around here have a hard time with difficult names. It's not even difficult, it's just a little different. But they were having a real hard time, so I was just like, just call me Cat. And I have embraced the name Cat since then. It's Mahira says, same. Sometimes I express my thoughts very horrifically that lead to some arguments without any reason. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Or hurt feelings. It's there. Lee says, it's there. I know I'm not a bad person. I know that now. But sometimes the ego can be not so kind. Balak Krishna. That's as far as I'm gonna go. Balak Krishna says hi. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. It's me here. It says, finally, another Indian in chat, assuming by name. No. Village Food Season says, hello. Hello. Magnetic North says, not so kind allows for adjustment and control of thought. Magnetic North says, hello. Hi, Bella. You okay, buddy? Hmm? Hey, you can quit beating up on your ear, buddy. Leave it alone. Hey. Who says hi, Jack? Uh-uh. Manners. Jack goes to see the vet on Tuesday, so we're going to have her look at his ear again. Oh, Bubba. Yes, it is good. He's going for his vaccinations, but it is a very good thing that it's soon. Let me see, Bubba. I don't see anything, sweetie. I don't see anything. No. Let me see the ear. Let me see. It's a very dirty ear. Yes, it is. Okay, thank you. Smell? That's your ear. Thank you. Look at him. He's so funny. Still, no ticks, no fleas. Nice ponytails, thanks.
Shanti, Shanti, peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting down into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
All right, Jack, leave it. Bubba. That's right. I'm watching you, sir. So funny. Lee says cleaning finds even fragments of metal that comes off, goes to recycle. Mahira says, I'll be back in a few minutes. Well, I'll be here. Another hour. A whole hour. What are we going to do with our time? Make more coffee. That sounds like an excellent idea. What do you think, Jack? You want some coffee too? Coffee? Yes. Coffee? No. Your boss. Maddie said, hey, Jack, dude. What's up? What's up, friend? I'm getting a bunch of side eye from Jack. He says, he's like, no, that'll wake me up. Jack. Maddie says, hoovering is done. Kitchen cleaned and laundry's on. Coffee time for me also. Yes. Coffee all day, every day.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Breathe Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace.
It's just so nice and warm. Lee says, enjoy, Maddie. Do you drink coffee, Lee? Or you're a tea? Are you a tea friend? A tea person? Imagine that.
Om Shanti
Really, Lee, coffee for you, but tea on occasion. You know, I just assumed because you're British. Good morning, Yogi. Maddie says, always Lee. Thank you. I'll let Chloe sleep on. The kids all had breakfast. And Lee says, that's a stereotype. Everybody's saying hi to Yogi and back and forth. And Maddie says, I don't even like coffee. I literally take a few grains. Huh. What? Lee says most Brits drink beer instead of coffee or tea. Yogi says he's done with his writing. It's cat and oatmeal time. Magnetic North says Yogi, 5 steps ahead. Lee had what he feels like is a prophetic dream. Very interesting. Here we go. Good night, Jack. He's funny. He thinks he moved away from the camera, but we'll let him think that. Maddie says Guinness and whiskey mixed together or just one or the other? Let me know. Guinness and whiskey for me, Lee, but I've abstained for 5 weeks. Nice. Have you done that on purpose? Just because you can? I think wine and tequila are my thing. Not like it's a thing, but if I'm going to, maybe a glass of wine or a shot of tequila. Magnetically, you are magnetically. Magnetic North says, what I drink is a bit of rum. Heartburn City for me. Rum, vodka, all those fun drinks at the convenience stores. Hard lemonade, heartburn. I am just no fun like that. Yogi says tequila and Rolling Rock were my big things, but any beer would have done for me. Hmm.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Maddie says, I've abstained for over 20 years. This last year, I'd have a drink on a Saturday. Time flies. But I've held things going on, so I've stopped. My blood pressure, oh yeah, I forgot about that, Maddie. It is, wow. Her blood pressure is through the roof. I have to see consultants soon. Yes, you definitely should, friend. And by the way, do you know some of the health effects of breath work? Yogi, did you mention it lowers your blood pressure? I know I feel like it lowers mine. I don't actually measure it, but I definitely feel it.
Sweet Lord, you set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace.
Man, Cat, your brain. My brain is just non-stop. Yogi says, yes, we've talked about it a bit. Meditation too. And Yogi says, I'm happy to teach anyone and always happy to help my friends. Oh gosh, Maddie, you raised my blood pressure just seeing your numbers. It was 176 over 131 this morning. Yes, I do the breath work and it brings it down a bit. I'm glad to hear that. Has it always been high, Maddie? Or is this new? I was just thinking about, all the surgeries you had And the last one being not too long ago. Was that an issue? Was it something that was brought up? So, Lee, tell Yogi about your dream. Good morning, Carl. Hello, my friend. I'm so happy to see you. I'm having a hard time staying on track.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti, peace. Sweet Lord Jesus, set us free. Every soul now shifting high into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Maddie says stress is a major part of it. Since losing my son, mentally I cannot relax. My pain issues don't help much. Don't help. And battling on at work. No, just the last 3 years since my son was diagnosed. High BP runs in my family also. And Maddie says, good morning, Carl. Maddie adds, and being a tiny bit overweight. Maddie, you've been through so much. I can see how having so much on your plate is extremely stressful. Carl, Carl, I love you. Carl says, I had a dream that all red setters were in Ireland and nowhere else. Hey, guess what, Carl? I think I talked my boss into getting an Irish setter also. We're going to bring him back. Okay, so Lee's dream. He's had 4 dreams. They all had the same message. Very clear, spoken and on paper. The paper was handed to me. It says 5 steps ahead. And it was shown to me. It was shown to me clear. One in a book, one spoken, one on a sign, and I was told to pass these on. And Lee says, I send healing thoughts and energy your way. Same. Just so much love for you just wells up in me, and I just want to send it right back to you, Maddie. Carl says he also has very high blood pressure. What does your doctor say about it, Carl? As do you, Maddie. You deserve everything you desire, friend. Carl says stress causes my high blood pressure. And what do you do to lower your blood pressure, Carl? Go watch trains. Oh, I bet that helps lower your blood pressure. Trains and planes. That's your thing, so that probably really lowers your blood pressure. Sweet Phoenix Fireside has entered the building. She says, peace and happiness to you, lovely cat and chat. May you all have an amazing day. Amazing day. Same to you, Dolly. I love you, Dolly. Maddie says, I have everything I need in life. I have no wants. Chloe and kids are my life now. Money means nothing. And Maddie says, Dolly, bless you. And Lee says, hello, Dolly. And look at Toy Pups being up early in the morning. Good morning, Toy Pups. How are you, friend? Or have you been up all night? I wonder. Or do you not have time and you're just dropping the like, the hearts? Either way, I appreciate you, Toy Pups. Thanks for coming in. Maddie says, puppy mom. And Magnetic North says, morning, Toy Pups. It's very good to see you so early.
Sweet Lord, you done set us free. Every soul now shifting down into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Oh, Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord, you done set us free. Every soul now shifting down into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Shanti, Shanti, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting down into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Morning joy, morning joy, morning
Ooh, it's getting tied up in my book. All right. Carl says, I don't know toy pups. Love our toy pups 4. I'm surprised you don't know her. Phoenix says, good morning, beautiful friends. Blessings to you all. I love you all too. Aw. Helena says hello. Dropped you a sub and a like, cat, from Soul to Soul. Thank you. I'm a little behind. Let me run over there and sub back to you if I can do this correctly, because Carl. There we go. Soul to Soul. Go to your channel. No content. But now you have, oh no, your subscriber count isn't changing for me, but maybe 12? Lee says, hi, Helena. And hello, Soul to Soul. And Dolly says, my heart hurts. I love you. Dolly, I just think you're so beautiful. Soul to Soul, love from Scotland. Carl says, I'm getting rid of all friends, bar 8 of them. Oh no. Oh, Carl. Sorry. Toy Pops throwing in the love. Thank you, Toy Pops. And Lee says, I hope you're all well. Okay. Link time. Yeah, I was listening to this morning. I was listening to From A Course in Miracles, Chapter 3, Judgment and the Authority Problem. And it was so good. I was hearing so many really good things. And now that I'm reading it, I'm like, I'm having a hard time understanding it. Isn't that funny? Like I was really getting it when I was listening to it. somebody else reading it. All right. At least, I think I already said he hopes everybody's well, and Phoenix is sending 100% love because that's what she is. Maddie says, "How are you, Dolly?" Excuse me. Carl says very few people made the list. Maddie says, "How are you, Dolly?" And Maddie says, "You have lots of friends, Carl." Dolly says, "Is this where I just say fine? What can I tell you? I'm seeing a surgeon on Monday, and I got my results yesterday from my MRI." And Maddie says, "Sorry, Dolly." Dolly, you can say I'm not fine. I'm just not doing well. And I'm still going to love you just the same. I might think on you more with more loving thoughts and be inclined to send you more love. But I appreciate you being able to come in here and say, maybe I'm not so okay today. And Carl says, "I disagree, Maddie." Hey, Carl, have I told you this morning? I don't think I have. I love you, Carl. And Lee says, "Dolly, I'm praying for you always." Dolly says, I did not even say, what can I tell you? That's what talk to text changed it to. That's very interesting, huh? Me and talk to text, we have our issues. Dolly says, "I actually said, or can I tell you?" Maddie says, "Much love, Dolly." Oh, Dolly says, "It's funny how sometimes talk to text wants me to sound like a jerk." Same. Our little friend, maybe you've seen our little friend Stitch Love. I love her so, 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 so much. And talk to text changed her name from Stitch to you can imagine what. I was frigging horrified. Carl says Diana and Sonia woke up at 3 a.m. New York time to be there for me. That's wonderful, Carl. That's just beautiful. Oh, I was doing something. Look at me, I forgot. Hey, Dolly, I love you.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti. Judah Mama set us free. Every soul now shifting.
Dolly says, I went in for shoulder issues and neck issues for my spine. What I didn't expect was them to find in the MRI what they suspect is a cluster of lymph nodes that look suspicious, and that scares me. That would scare me too. Carl says there are too many troublemakers on YouTube.
Sweet Lord Judah set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Oh, Shanti, Shanti. Sweet Lord Judah set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Okay, it works. Maddie says, bless you, Dolly.
Shanti, Shanti. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity. Morning joy, coming in the morning joy, coming in the morning, coming in the morning.
Carl says, if I went live, there'd be no one for me. I'm sorry you feel that way, Carl. I try to be there. I try to be there. And I used to beat myself up when I couldn't be there for somebody. But you know what? I'm just going to do my best. And I hope everybody else is just doing their best, Carl. But I think there'd be lots of people there for you. I suspect. It's funny how I just take on guilt for somebody else's, or for something somebody says, and that's not exactly what they said. But automatically I'm like, oh, I'm so guilty. Oh. Oh, see, Maddie even said it. Your live streams are busy. By the way, Carl goes live Thursdays, 8 p.m. UK time. That is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US. Dolly says, being in the medical field, I have many suspicions myself, but positivity is key. God is good every day. I never did mind the little things.
Om Shanti Shanti peace, sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting down into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Dolly says, sorry, I guess I made it extra busy today. I didn't know where to go.
Om Shanti.
Hey, Dolly. You know something I've noticed recently is that you apologize for just speaking. I'm going to make a rule for Dolly. You're not allowed to apologize for speaking. I love you, Dolly. I love you, I love you, I love you. Don't ever think that you're a bother or you're interrupting or you're not good enough to participate. If it was just you, it would be perfect. You with everybody else is also perfect. Maddie says, Dolly, be strong. You're amazing. Your soul will carry you through this. Your amazing soul will carry you through this. And Maddie says, and you have beautiful people around you. Just reflecting her beauty back to her. Lee says, we all love you, Dolly. Keep being you. Please, you have a wonderful energy and you're always welcome here. And I love that you came here, Dolly. You came to the perfect place. The room is full of people who love you. Oh, that's my hair. Ooh, naughty. Oof. I feel like I'm brushing a witch's hair. Dolly says, I always feel bad for everything. I can't help it. My dad put shame into my head. I try to shake it. I know I do it. And she says, Carl, I stop by you and watch later. I was just kind of talking a little bit about that, Phoenix, about how somebody can say something and I take on guilt for it. They didn't say, Cat, you did this, but I automatically will take on a little bit of guilt, a little bit of something that's totally unnecessary. I don't know how to break it, Dolly. I think A Course in Miracles has helped me be a little more aware. And Carl says Diana quit YouTube yesterday. Oh no. Wow. Yogi says, don't worry about shaking it, Dolly. Just forgive it. Forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself and watch what happens. Jace, good morning, Jace. Jace says, Sunday blessings to one and all. Thank you, Jace. Back at you. Dolly says, I love you. Love, 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 love you, Dolly. Lee says, good morning, Jace. And Jay says, Dolly, hiya, lovely. Jay says, Carl, top of the morning, brother. Jay says, Libra, good morning. Sun's shining, and I'm with positive energy and happy days. Dolly says, Jace, good morning. Blessings, beautiful soul, peace and happiness. Jace says, Yogi, only one thing for you, bro. Mushy love. I say squishy, slimy slug love. Oh, there's Squirrel Sniper. Hi, Squirrel Sniper. Squirrel says, Grand Risings, beautiful souled, pure blooded, critical thinkers. Good morning, Squirrel. Jay says, Squirrel the man. How'd the move go? Yogi says, LOL, why does even my love have to be mushy? Oh, and good morning, Jace. Hi, Sniper. Jace says, Eric, love is that warm, green, mushy feeling. Embrace the pea. Lisa also says, good morning, Squirrel. Sniper says, all good. Boxes, everything can't find. Boxes and everything can't find the Marmite. Or for Florence Cat appears now and again. I'm all over it now. You can't find the Marmite for Florence Cats. No, I'm so confused. I'm gonna leave it the way I read it the first time. Scroll says Jace, Eric, Lee. Dolly says squirrel. Beautiful soul, good morning, blessings. Squirrel says, so am I, thank you. It feels like grace. Squirrel says, I'm extremely tired. Oof. I hope you find rest soon.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting into
Lee from Magnetic North says, Jace, I embarrassed the peas yesterday. I embraced the peas yesterday. Sniper says, but I did have an Epsom salt bath 2 hours ago. That won't help wake me up. No, that's when you go straight into sleep. Nice. I do magnesium flakes occasionally. Maddie says hi to Squirrel and Jace bro. And Maddie says, or Jace says good morning to Maddie. Guess who's not ready for work? Guess who's been squirreling all morning? I've just been enjoying y'all's company so much. Apparently I can't do two things at once. Squirrel says 4 keys, 1 in the earth, 1 in the air, 1 in the body, and 1 in the name. Squirrel says fourth. Yeah, I read the cat. I was thinking about it. And Squirrel says hello to Maddie. Dolly says, Magnetic North and Maddie, I appreciate you both and all your kindness and love and support. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm going to be late for work. And I am not even going to think of an excuse because nobody's going to even question me. Nobody will even notice. Lee from Magnetic North says, Dolly, always. You're a lovely person. I agree. Squirrel says, I've been getting closer to the veil each night. I keep waking with shudders, which I've been told are the guardians of the gate, making sure you never enter. Huh, interesting. Jay says, Dolly, your pure love and kindness never stop being you. Yes, she sure is.
Om Shanti Shanti peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting high into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
Oh, just lost myself. I've lost myself. Here we go. All right, guys. 4:59. I'm going to close it down, get ready to go to Yogi's, get Jack outside, get my butt to work. Maddie agrees with Jace about the sweetness and trueness and loveliness of Dolly. Dolly says, Jace, your kindness shines so brightly. The sun dims in comparison, my friend. How beautiful. I love you guys. I appreciate you all, and I hope to see you over there with Yogi. He says, have a great day, y'all. Look at you saying y'all. And Dolly says, squirrel. That sounds dangerous. Please be careful. But let us know how that goes. I'm interested in hearing about that. What did I miss? Oh, you've been getting closer to the veil, the guardians. Okay, I did read that. Yep, the veil is definitely thinning. We're coming into our gifts. We're going to be using our gifts before you even realize that that's your gift. It's pretty awesome. I love you guys. Bye. Oops.